Hello you beautiful ancient people, and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be talking about some T flip-flops. Now for those of you who don't know what a T flip-flop is basically it turns a pulse into a constant output. In other words, it basically just turns a button into a lever. Now we have a couple designs lined up here. Now I just want to get it out there that I didn't design any of these the flip-flops except for one, but we'll get to that one later on. So first up we have this guy, which is relatively small. It's only 6 by 2 blocks, and basically it's just a dropper pointing into this dropper that's pointing up, and another dropper pointing into this hopper with a comparator down there. Now basically what happens is when we power this bottom dropper, then that will actually power all three of these droppers. And so the item will get shot up into this dropper, which will shoot across into this hopper, where it will fall down and stay inside of that hopper or dropper, just like that. And then when we press this button again, the item will get fired across back to this dropper over here. So we kind of have a closed cycle in these 4 blocks over there. Up next we have this boaty flip-flop. Now this one's actually it's pretty cool because obviously it's not as small as some of these, but it's just pretty cool if you have like your base in, if you have like the entrance to your base underwater and you have something to do with water. And yeah, so it's really simple. You just have some pressure plates around the block with a boat on it and a bucket of water inside the dropper or dispenser. And yeah, so the boat would just go up and down, powering and depowering the pressure plates, aka the redstone lamp or output. Now this next one's a bit of a strange one because it used to work and it always worked, but when I built it in this world, for some reason it doesn't work completely. But I mean, you can try it still out. It's just 2 sticky pistons with a redstone block, 2 redstone lamp torches, and some redstone dust out there. Now at the moment it's kind of a 50-50 chance if it works. Like there it worked, but yeah, there it didn't work, so I'm not entirely sure why that is. But yeah, you can try it out for yourself. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Maybe you can use this randomizer or something. I don't know. Now this next redstone T flip-flop is a bit of a special one because it's not it's unlike the normal T flip-flops. This one isn't really to do with an input that you can use to open a door or something, but more you want to use this inside of a bigger redstone contraption. And that is because once we press this button, as you can see, the lamp will give off a small pulse before turning on completely, and the same when we depower it. So you have a pulse before it turns into a constant output, and you can use that inside of your redstone bowl for something. I'm not entirely sure what, but yeah, I'm pretty sure some people out there will find a use for it. And basically, as you can see, it's just a redstone torch running into this repeater, running into and we have another redstone torch back there with a repeater on 4 ticks pointing out from it, and another repeater just normally pointing into this block over there. And this repeater will get locked by this repeater and unlocked when we press the button. Now this next one is also pretty small. It's just 4 blocks long and 2 blocks across, and it works by locking this hopper over here. So it's dropper pointing into this hopper with an item in, a block behind it with a redstone torch on it, a repeater set 3 ticks with a redstone torch, some redstone dust, and a comparator out the back. So basically what will happen is, at the moment, as you can see, that block is being powered by that repeater, which is locking this hopper. And what will happen is when we press this button, the hopper will be unlocked for like a split second before this torch will lock it again. And when that torch turns off again, this guy will keep this hopper locked, and when you press the button again it will unlock for that split second, allowing the item to travel back into this hopper. Now as you can see, it works pretty well, and it's one of the more silent builds ones because it just has a one dropper. And yeah, now this next one, the last one of the pre-designed ones, is personally my favorite to use because it's the smallest of the bunch. It's just 2 by 2 blocks, and it's basically an improvement of this first one over there. And basically it's just a dropper pointing upwards with a dropper pointing over into a solid block over there, and a comparator on top of a hopper pointing back into this dropper. And basically, like the first one, it will just cycle around like that. Now what I saw some people are complaining about this one is that you might actually pick up the item if you're standing over here and press the button, but personally that has never happened to me. The hopper usually picks it up before I pick it up, so that's not a problem for me. Now we can move on to the last and the final one. Now I actually almost forgot about this thing, but this is what I consider to be one of my first proper redstone creations, and as you can see it's pretty ginormous. It's supposed to be a the flip-flop. Now yeah, it's pretty big. It's 5 blocks across, 3 blocks deep, and 2 blocks high. Now compare that to that thing over there, that's just 2 by 2 by 1. So how it works is basically what that minecarts can travel when this gate opens, but when it's locked again, then that minecart can't travel back. So yeah, basically all that it is we have a button here connected up to a monostable circuit, aka a dropper with a hopper pointing back into it. Now this thing will create a 1-tick pulse that this comparator will read out, powering that block, powering that piece of redstone, opening that gate and closing it again within 1 tick, allowing the minecart to travel through on top of that detector rail over here. Now I actually made a mistake when building this. You can actually just use a normal piece of rail over there, not a detector rail. Now this thing is pretty useless actually, but I think just like the boat one, if you use this thing as kind of a decoration to, let's say, the entrance of a redstone museum, and you place some glass in front of it, and then it might look pretty cool just to see the moving parts in it. But yeah, so that's all of our flip-flops for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys again next time with a brand new video.